October is nationally recognized as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. This year's theme is Everyone Knows Someone, to highlight the fact that domestic violence can happen to anyone and that it is more prevalent than people realize. Join us and help us amplify this important message and raise awareness about domestic violence in our community.
Married over 20 years, the last 7 of which turned increasingly violent towards me and our children. I left after he fractured my skull. Criminal proceedings took place over the next year, ending with him in prison for 20 to 40 years for the torture done to the family.
I don't know if I can tell it without crying, but here goes. The signs were there, but I only recognized them after the fact. Married to an alcoholic. One February night during a 4-day power outage, and knowing we'd be okay, we had a fireplace and food and cars to power up our phones. My husband at the time was drinking heavily, and I took the bottle to pour myself a glass. This angered him, and he started punching me in the face repeatedly. I remember seeing stars. I remember screaming, "You hit me!" I was shocked and then blacked out. I don't remember getting up, but I was on the couch in the living room, and he was still in the bedroom where it happened. My daughter came home and was clearly in shock. She had to convince me to call the police, not because I didn't agree, but because I couldn't think straight at all. 9 punches, a broken nose, black eyes, and a busted jaw. I wasn't coherent enough to know how devastated I was or the shock I was clearly in. The police gave me a card for Laurel House, or I may never have known about it. Reaching out to them was indeed a lifesaver. I cannot imagine handling the trauma, the court system, any and all of the care I would soon learn that this violent episode would require. I no longer felt lost or hopeless. I think I called the hotline every single day just to talk. I felt so apologetic taking up their time, but not once was I given anything but acceptance and support. Laurel House helped navigate my PFA, accompanied me to my court hearings, spoke with family members that had questions. Their assistance seemed unlimited. I dealt primarily with one caseworker who managed everything for me, and I truly came to rely on that. Laurel House sourced connections to Victim Services, a mobile crisis unit that actually came to my house to help me organize paperwork. The services were everything and more that I had no idea I needed, and I really can't say enough good things about the organization. I am thrilled to see a new location for Laurel House coming into Lansdale, where I now reside. Thank you all. I would not have come through this as well as I have without all of your skills and support. I am truly grateful.
I had a highly dysfunctional family life. Domestic violence, difficult divorce, parental alienation, a major car accident, and breast cancer. But I'm still loving life because the best is yet to come. I'm now an empowerment coach. I educate and empower women through self-awareness, giving them back, or giving them for the first time, the confidence in knowing exactly who they are, the strength in showing up as their authentic selves, and techniques to deal with the challenges with grace and ease.
Domestic violence thrives in silence. In order to help victims and survivors and to increase awareness, we all need to talk about it. Throughout October, we will be sharing content to raise awareness and educate the community on the complexities of domestic violence. We hope you will join us in our efforts.